feel so sick. I don't think you guys really understand how dead I am right now. Hello everyone, it's Viv and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a different subject that I've been talking about recently because I haven't had a sit down and talk video in a little bit, I think since I gave exam tips. And it's exam time again, so this has to do with school, but I haven't had a vloggy sort of video in a while. I have been doing a lot of singing and makeup, and if you've enjoyed that, please let me know. And if you'd rather see more videos like this, tell me that too, just so I know what you guys want to see on this channel, because I equally pretty much enjoy making both. I just need to know what y'all like. So leave me a comment, say what kind of videos you want to see on the channel coming up. But today we're going to be talking about the 10 things I've learned in 10 years of school. 10 years sounds like such a long time, but also such a short time because I feel like such a baby. But basically, I've been in school for almost 10 years as of this May. Will be my 10th year in school. And that's actually crazy. And I think I've learned a lot, and I should be able to share some of that for people who've been in school for less time and are still kind of getting used to it, dipping their toes in the water of middle school and high school. And I think this is a good thing to kind of share with people who haven't had these lessons. Number 1, surround yourself with the people who make the best parts of you come out. I've never really been the kind of person to hang out with just girls. I've always been kind of surrounded by guys and girls just because I think the best parts of me are not the super duper feminine kind of girly parts, the more masculine parts, or the parts I'm more proud of. That makes no sense, but I've always been kind of more into video games and sporty, not sports, but I always played outside more as a kid, so I think I had a lot of guy friends, and that brought out a lot of the highlights of my personality that are really prevalent now. As of recently, I've been pretty much equally surrounded by girls and guys. It went from all guys to all girls, now pretty equal. But I think it doesn't matter what gender or kind of person you hang out with, as long as they make the best parts of you that you think are the best parts of you come out. Because a lot of times other people can highlight parts of yourself that you really like. If anything homework or studying is stressing you out, put it down, come back to it, because your brain is going to function a whole lot better when you come back after giving yourself rest. I've discovered that when I do a lot of homework, I can separate it into 30-minute margins where I do 30 minutes of notes, then I take a 10-minute break to watch a YouTube video, then I do 30 minutes of math, take a 10-minute break to watch a YouTube video or listen to music. It just kind of keeps your brain from going completely brain dead by the time you get to the end of the night, and your homework kind of gets to the point where it's mediocre. Number 3, this one is super duper important in my life, especially. This has applied to me a lot in the past 5 years, I think. So basically, people will change, and it's not your job to keep them from changing. You have to let them change, because in this time of middle school to high school, even late elementary school, people are going to be finding themselves, and you may not be a huge fan of who they're becoming, but it's none of your business as to who they're becoming. It's not your job to be their savior or their role model. They're going to be who they're going to be based on who they're surrounded by. And I just think you need to back off, because I think as my experience of trying to keep someone from changing and becoming who they are, it affected both of us really negatively, and it ruined some friendships, and it just wasn't good. It wasn't good. But, with that said, number 4, if someone is changing in that way that you don't like, it's not your job to still hang out with them. If you're made uncomfortable by someone's decisions, you don't have to still stick by them and be their best friend. If they're going to a different group of people that you don't think you're a good fit in with, then don't go with them. One part of growing up is you make friends and you lose friends, and you make new friends who not replace them, but find a new place in your heart. And it's hard in the time, but it becomes worth it, because I've made some of the best friends I've had in my life after losing some of the best friends I've had in my life. It's a balance, and it sucks, but it's part of growing up. Number 5, don't try and constantly be perfect, because no one around you is perfect, and the odds are they aren't even looking at you for you to be perfect. I know in my experiences I've been really self-conscious about what I look like, but I think one thing I've discovered is I'm never looking at other people for what they look like, so why would other people be looking at me for what I look like? That, I don't know, that logic just works for me. They're probably too worried about themselves, just like you are, and they're probably not even looking for if your mascara looks good, or if that outfit matches, if your shoes are old and broken. No one cares enough to really get invested in it. It's just, it gets to a point where it's not their business, and they don't really care that much. Number 6, it's amazing to have talents, and it's so good to show them off, especially if you're really proud of your singing or musical instrument ability or sports, but don't show them off in a way that is bragging and hurtful to other people. Because if you get a 100 on a test and the people around you have 60s, it's not your job to say, oh, I got a 100 and I'm smarter than you. It's your job to maybe help them out and use that talent, your ability, your strength in math, let's just say, to help the people around you. But But like in that said, you don't have to be totally ashamed of who you are and what you're good at, because everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and some people just may have a weakness where you have a strength, and it's not your job to get in and tell them that they're wrong and you're right. 7. There's no really reason to feel trapped. I mean, there's a reason to feel trapped, but there are so many ways to get out of this headspace of you're stuck in this box and no one wants to help you. Because at most schools you have guidance counselors, you have teachers, you have parents and friends, and they're all people just like you, and they have empathy just like you. And if you have something that's going on, if you go to your teacher that you trust or a guidance counselor, they're so equipped to help you. It's part of their job, and even if it wasn't, they're people. Odds are they have kids and they get it and they want to see you thrive and grow as the person that you're meant to be. So you should never need to feel scared of telling someone what's going on in your life, because they're going to help you. And if they judge you, then they shouldn't be in your life in the first place. If someone's going to judge you for something that's going on in your life, then you don't need them in your life either, because that'll just bring you down even more. It kind of goes with like the first one of surrounding yourself with the people who bring out the best in you. Number 8, taking care of yourself is more important than trying to take care of everyone around you. Don't take that the wrong way of be vain, but take it as if you're constantly trying to take care of making sure everyone around you is constantly happy, you're gonna take all their problems onto your own chest and weigh yourself down. And I've had a lot of issues with this my entire life. I'm a very overly empathetic person of if other people around me are upset, I am upset. If I'm having a good day, and no one else around me is, and my day automatically just isn't as good as it was when I woke up that morning. Like a good example of this is that, like, let's just say color guard. If I have a really good run and everyone around me says they don't, I automatically assume my run was also bad. So you don't have to take all these other people's problems and put them onto yourself. It's not your job to make them happy constantly. With that said, always be there for people. Be a good friend. If they need something, they will come to you, but it's not your job to constantly go to them and say, I want to help you. This is my job. I can't function if you're not happy. Because that's just not a healthy way to live or take care of yourself as a person. Number 9, this is kind of another school-related one of make good study habits. Don't procrastinate. You're going to stress yourself out even more, because then the night before the exam you're freaking out about all these formulas and all these facts you have to memorize and that you could have done much earlier. Because if you're not procrastinating, you can take it in small chunks, 15 minutes, 30 minutes a night, look at some flashcards, and then once you get to the exam you don't have to cram the night before and you get a nice good night's sleep. And then you take the exam and you're probably going to ace it. And even if you don't, it's okay. You know what to study for the next time. Number 10, I've been in this weird bubble of my entire life of my identity is being weird, being different. But one thing I've discovered in the past few years specifically is you don't have to be entirely unique or weird to have self-worth. You are the one who's going to determine your self-worth. You don't have to completely stand out. You don't have to make yourself the center of attention for other people to see you or adore you or love you, because odds are if they're a really good friend, they don't care if you're plain Jane. As long as you're being yourself in the way that is most productive to you and the people around you, most people will always find the best friends who are attracted to the real you rather than a facade that you put on for other people. So that was kind of, I don't know, that was an interesting video for me to make. It was kind of quick, but I'm really proud of it, and I think that is a lot of things I needed to say after accumulating some experiences over the past 10 years of my life. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button and comment down below and let me know. It means the world. It really helps me out a lot. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!